So, g'day everybody, Malcolm from Old Man Golf. Just thought I'd do a quick video just to bring you up to date with where I am golf-wise, and I also received a little gift in the mail, and it's from an Australian company, so I thought we'd have a look at that, and I can tell you a little bit more about what's happening with me golf-wise over the next couple of months. So the item that I'm talking about in particular is a golf towel that I got from entering an Instagram competition from a company based out of New South Wales in Australia called Dark Matter Golf. So sent it through to me. It's taken me a little bit of time, and I know the guys were really disappointed with the mail service here in Australia. It didn't get to me when they wanted it to, so they've sent me another one. Obviously someone at the post office somewhere in Australia has got a free golf towel. So what we've got is the, you can see that, the Schooner Matata. So I was given the option of what sort of towel I wanted. They've got a number of different designs, and I picked the Schooner Matata one. Sort of resonated with me a little bit. So we'll just open that up. I can find the packaging here. It's certainly a large towel. It's a decent sized towel, not like the smaller ones you might see floating around. So really nice towel. There's some of the packaging that goes with it, and you can see. So you can see there from Dark Matter Golf, and a bit of a play on the Hakuna Matata with a Schooner Matata. It's got a tag on it to hang it off your bag, and like I say, it's quite a decent size, really good sized towel, and it'll come in handy. So thanks very much to the guys at Dark Matter Golf. Now there was a couple of other things just rummaging around in there, so I'm just going to check and see what else. Oh, okay. So as well as that, some of the stickers from Dark Matter Golf, and knowing that I love my poker chip and all the different types of poker chip golf ball markers, I've got a couple of those, one in blue and one in orange. So to the guys at Dark Matter Golf, thank you very much. I appreciate that you went out of your way to send me a second one when the first one didn't arrive. That's what happens with Australia Post, I guess. So that is going to come in really handy, and that leads me sort of into the main reason for this, is that those of you that have followed me along on Instagram or Facebook would have seen that I had a pretty ordinary round yesterday. Played in the Wednesday Caboolture Challenge at the local golf course, at my new course at Caboolture Golf Course, and shot 130. So I was pretty disappointed with myself. Played with the club president. He was really cool about it, and offered a little bit of advice. As is always the case, you play with high handicappers and you get some good advice, but I really wasn't in the right frame of mind for it. So Frank, if you get to watch this, thank you very much. I probably wasn't the best playing partner yesterday, but we soldier on and we push through. So what that means for me now is that I've decided I want to rebuild my game a little bit. I've got the good help of a coach, the head pro at Caboolture, Trent, who's been working with me on a few things, but I think I need to step myself back a little bit. Handicap's now gone out to 29.7, so at Caboolture it's a 30 handicap. So I'm probably closer to playing off that than I am to playing off the 26 or 28 that it was before. So now I need to revisit what's happening with my golf game. So what does rebuilding my golf game mean? So those of you that follow me for a while know that I'm a big fan of Matt from Golf Sidekick, and he has a series on breaking 100, breaking 90 and breaking 80. So I've decided to go back, be a little bit minimalist in the way I play. Now I'll link down below some of his videos if YouTube will allow me to do it. I'll put a link to the start of his Break 100 series, and that's where I'm going to start from. Given that I'm on a handicap now of 30 and looking at the card here, I've been going through and having a look at the card at Caboolture and working out what holes I get 2 strokes on, what holes I get 1 stroke on. So obviously from index 13 through to index 18, I get 1 stroke. Everything from index 1 through to index 12, I get 2 strokes. So the idea now is for me to play as much as possible to those handicaps. And the main idea behind that is that if I get 2 strokes on a hole and it's a par 3, then it's a par 5. So aim to get on in 3, 2 putts for my par. Don't worry about trying to make the par that's set for the course, because that's not designed for somebody of a handicap of my level. So what my intention is to do now, I'm playing golf this Saturday with my mate Chris from The Bearded Golfer and another couple of friends. So we're playing out at Houston at the affectionately known Royal Birkdale course on the southern side of Brisbane. We're going to have a game there, and I'm taking, on the basis of the course, the advice that Matt gives is I'm taking a club that goes over 150 metres, which is my 5-iron. Club that goes around about 140 to 150, my 7-iron. I'm taking my pitching wedge, taking my 56 degree, which I use as a sand wedge, and I'm taking my putter. That's it. And we're going to play around like that. We'll see how we go. I might score well, might score the same as I normally do, might score poorly, but at least it gives me an opportunity to start, reassess where I'm at. I've got some good swing mechanics. After talking to Trent, he's happy with a lot of things that I do. It's just a couple of small things where I'm a little bit too fast in my transition and I tend to turn my hands over a little bit. So I'm working on keeping the face open as I come through impact. I'm hoping that you guys will be interested in this and come along for the ride a little bit. I'll try to do videos to give you updates and maybe slip in a little bit of video that I can talk over the top of my swing as it's improving. Put up the cards that I put up to see how that changes is affecting my scores. I'm not playing this weekend at Caboolture because I'm playing with my mates on this other course. But the following weekend is the first week back at work for me. But I'll be hoping playing next Saturday in the Stableford comp. And if things go all right with just the 5 clubs that I'll take out this weekend, I may well just see about playing the Stableford comp just with the 5 clubs. Yeah, people look at it and they find it a bit odd to see you doing that from time to time. But you know what? It's how I get better at the game. There's some other things that I'm looking at from the mental side of the game about how I approach each shot. So for those of you that have been following me for a little while, you know that I've been reading this book, Every Shot Must Have a Purpose. So it's by Pia Nielsen and Lynn Marriott, who are Annika Sorensen's coaches, or one of them was her coach. And it's a really good book. I've recommended it already to one other person, and he and I spoke about it last night, Travis, and he was really big on how great this book is. So I've got a couple of books that I'm reading like that. One of the things that I took away from reading this book was where they talk about in a 4-hour round, you really don't play golf for the whole 4 hours. You only play golf every minute or two that you're actually taking a shot. So for example, somebody who shoots 100, during a round of golf, you take about maybe a minute and a half for each of those shots. So for 100 shots, that's 150 minutes. So a little bit over 2.5 hours out of a 4-hour round. So realistically, you're only playing golf for 2.5 hours. And if you can concentrate appropriately for each of that minute and a half that you're playing that shot, then you can forget about it in between those shots and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the company, enjoy being outdoors. For those of us, obviously that can be out and playing golf. Look, it's a process. It's something that I'm hoping to get a little bit better at, and we'll see how things go over the next couple of weeks and months. And I plan on having another lesson with Trent in March. My goal this year was to have a lesson every 3 months. So I had one in December, January. I'm going to have another one in March and just see what the progress has been between the two. Anyway, thank you for listening. For those of you that have made it this far through the video, talking about Dark Matter Golf, they're a sponsor of a podcast that I've just started listening to. The guys from Double Par, the choppers from Double Par. Guys, I've been listening to a couple of your podcasts, just catching up on the 3 that you've done. Really great content, guys. I love the thing that you're doing there with that. I think I might have gotten cut off there a little bit, so I'll cut these videos together. Look, thank you very much for following along with my journey. If you like the video, leave a like, share the video with your mates. Above all else though, go out and play golf. Enjoy yourselves. We get the opportunity to play golf. regardless of whether we score well or we score poorly, we get the opportunity to play. And there's very many people around the world at the moment who don't get the opportunity to play. So if you get the chance to play, go out and play. Take your kids with you. Let your kids come along and watch you at the range. If they're bored, they've always got iPads and iPhones to use. But if they're not, they might actually show a bit of interest, and you might actually find that you're developing a young golfer who, without your involvement, might not have been interested in the game at all. So thank you very much again, and I will catch you all very soon.